What's up guys, and welcome to episode 2 for super fun PS4 games. My name is Jimmy. I'm going to be going over with you guys today 8 super fun games you can get on your PS4. If you missed episode 1, I'll include that link in the video description below. I'm really excited, and guys, if you like these videos, super fun PS4 games, definitely hit that thumbs up button so I can know to make more. I love making these videos. Now, the first game I'm going to talk about with you guys, okay, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? First game I'm going to go over is a game you actually can only get digitally, but actually the PS3 version you could get retail in Japan. And one of you guys not too long ago requested that I made a custom cover for this game. And that game, the first one I'm going to go over with you guys today, is Strider. So this is the custom cover I created not too long ago. And so there is the front. And you've got this side there, the Strider logo. And in the back, I kind of just kept it simple. You've got, of course, Capcom and Double Helix. He's running away from a bot shooting out beams. So yeah, guys, if you are a fan, there's a term been thrown around lately, Metrovania. Strider is such a fantastic, excellent game that I highly recommend that you guys check out. The levels are so diverse, and I loved being able to get the different weapons and power-ups in the game. You will climb these high peaks, fight off hordes and hordes of enemies with your sweet plasma sword. You'd be like slicing up guys like crazy. It's like you're Gordon Ramsay on PCP. Such an enjoyable game. Gosh, I just so happy with how Double Helix handled this game. I grew up with Strider in the arcades and also on the Sega Genesis. I wasn't sure how this game was going to be. I was excited for it, but I had the chance to actually review this game. More than happy with the way that it turned out. Definitely, guys, check out Strider on the PS4 when you get the chance. It's just a very fun and addicting game with a whole lot of variety. Okay, next up is a title that actually was not on my radar at all, but I kept getting comments and feedback from you guys saying, Jimmy, where's this game? It's really good. You need to check it out. And so I'm like, you know what? You guys are always right. I'm going to listen to you guys because I was getting feedback from multiple people, okay? And that game is Wolfenstein The New Order. Okay, this is a very interesting game. Basically, it has an alternate reality of World War II where there's things in the game you would not find, technology and weapons you would not find in a basic World War II setting. Wow, what an intense, beautiful game. Certain moments of the game, it felt to me like if there was like an intense heavy metal soundtrack, or a soundtrack with tons of heavy metal music, and it was transformed into a game with guns, this would be it. Wow, like again, the folks that are responsible for this first-person shooter, they know how to make great, intense, beautiful first-person shooters. Really glad that I listened to you guys. There's just crazy, insane first-person shooting action with a lot of intensity. Guys, definitely check out Wolfenstein The New Order when you get the chance. And again, thanks so much, guys, for the suggestion. And any other suggestions that you guys have of games to check out, definitely let me know in the comment section below. So next up is a PS4 exclusive, actually a PS4 launch title. And when I saw the gameplay before the game was launched, it really, again, this is another one that was not on my radar, but I started to get feedback from you guys saying, Jimmy, check it out. It's actually a really good game. And I was reading some of the reviews. This is a game that got hammered hard by reviewers. But here's the interesting thing. I went on Metacritic. There is such an incredible contrast between professional, quote-unquote, professional game reviewers versus gamers. And there's sometimes a divide between those two, but there's such an insane amount of contrast and divide between these two, because gamers for the most part love this game by far. It was amazing, but reviewers really trashed this game, and that game is Knack. Wow, a beautiful game, very fun and basic game, just lots of adventure, platforming. It also has 2-player co-op, high quality cutscenes. I was really impressed with Knack. Again, I'm really glad I took your advice to check this game out. This is another thing that was interesting to me, you guys. I learned that the main producer for this game is a legendary game producer with a lot of just great titles under his belt. I'm like, okay, you know what? I was listening to you guys, your feedback, your comments, and then I learned about who was responsible. I guess the executive producer, one of the main leads on the game. I'm like, you know what? I really need to check this one out. I'm really glad I did. Definitely, guys, check out Knack when you get the chance. It's definitely not going to be a full price game, and it's been out for a while. You'll be able to pick it up for a much better deal than like $60. But yeah, I was really pleased with what I found with Knack. Okay, so next up is a title that hasn't been out for too long, and it's a game that I really enjoyed. I had the chance to review it. You can check out the review when you have time after this video, and that game is Destiny. So now, obviously, Destiny is a game that story is not one of its strong suits, but I had a blast playing the different co-op strike missions and the different levels in the game with co-op players. Certain parts of the game I was just playing alone, definitely not as fun, but yeah, definitely the strike missions, being able to take down these huge, gigantic bosses. The game is breathtaking, and there's a whole lot of variety with the different planets and levels that you'll encounter. I really enjoyed Destiny. I had a lot of fun with it. I know there's a lot of people that did not enjoy it, but I really enjoyed Destiny. Again, the story is definitely not a strong suit, but I had a lot of fun throughout the game, and also the multiplayer. I really enjoyed the multiplayer. It took a little bit for me to get used to, but I had a lot of fun with it. Definitely check out Destiny, and on the PS4, it's just a beautiful, gorgeous game. Okay, so next up is another title that has not been out that long. It's actually been a matter of weeks since this title's been released. And this is another game I have the chance to review. Check it out. And that is Skylanders Trap Team. Beautiful game with dozens and dozens of playable characters to choose from. And it definitely has a different feel depending on which characters you're playing with. In Trap Team, the new addition to this game is you have these trap crystals that you put into the portal, and certain villains or enemies throughout the game, when you defeat them, you'll have the opportunity to capture them and put those enemies or villains into the crystals, kind of like Ghostbusters style. And then as you're playing the game with your hero or character, you'll be able to swap between the villain. You'll be able to have the villain then fight on your side. Some of these villains are actually pretty powerful. And again, this is another game that has so much variety, and it really is a beautiful game with so much going for it. Some people might feel that this game's a little too kiddie, but guys, if you're into a fun adventure platforming with RPG elements to it, check out Skylanders Trap Team. I had so much fun with this game, guys, and it's definitely recommended by me. Okay, next up is Sniper Elite 3. Now, I did play the second Sniper Elite game. I played the demo on the 360. Wasn't too impressed, but there was a week, I think it was this year, where on Steam they were giving away the second Sniper Elite game, and I put hours on that game. It was so much fun. I was like, you know what? I just needed to give this game a second chance, and I did. I'm really glad I did. Sniper Elite 3 even ups the ante in terms of an epic game. To be able to pinpoint the shots fired, whether you shoot out a gas tank and take out a massive truck and enemies. And there's also stealth in this game, a beautiful game set within the time frame of North Africa in 1942. Great game, guys. What more can I say? A lot of intense, fun shooting action. I think you guys really enjoy Sniper Elite 3. So far I've really enjoyed it, and I've had a whole lot of fun with it. Okay, the next title is a game. It's actually a sports title. You might be surprised by that, because most of these types of videos I do, I usually don't cover a whole lot of sports titles. But this is one that is a little bit interesting I wanted to share with you. And that is NBA 2K14. So a fun basketball game that you can pick up and play, and I know that 2K15 was just recently released, and some gamers like to get the new sports title every year, you know, and so if you want to spend 60, 65 bucks on that, that's fine. This one, though, I've seen used at eBay, on eBay, with free shipping for less than 20 bucks. A fun basketball game, but here's the thing that I was not aware of. This game actually has a really in-depth story mode. You know, of course, in the beginning, with like a lot of other games, you create your own character, but then there's almost like this dialogue tree or dialogue options when you're talking with the different characters in the game. It's like, whoa, this game actually has a better story than Destiny. Yeah, if you're just up for a fun game to be able to pick up and play that actually has a story, check out NBA 2K14. It's a very fun game with just so much going for it. Lots of different teams and players, and gosh, that story mode really did take me by surprise. My final game that I'm going to be going over with you, there's been a lot of talk about this game in terms of, is this game really fun? And a lot of people would probably disagree with me and say, no, Jimmy, this isn't fun at all. It's got a lot going for it. It is a great game, but it's not fun. But I'm going to try to attempt to explain why I, Jimmy, had fun with this game. And that is The Last of Us Remastered. Okay, again, this might not have the type of fun that you will find with some of the other titles that I spoke of, but I've had a lot of fun with The Last of Us Remastered. It is an amazing game, a beautiful game. I love being able to explore every nook and cranny, and to be able to fight for survival for me in this game has been a whole lot of fun. Just a beautiful story with, I don't know if you can have a game with better voice acting to be able to portray or to be able to present the story to you. Again, it is a fight for survival. You're fighting tooth and nail to be able to get from point A to point B and to start it all over again to, again, get to another point A to point B. Now, of course, as with other games, the enemies coming at you, some are more challenging than others, and in The Last of Us Remastered, at times your ammo is going to be very limited. So the trick, what you need to do is you need to upgrade your weapons and be able to make your every shot count, because you're definitely going to need it. Some of these hordes that are going to be coming at you, lots and lots of enemies all at the same time, you're going to need just the strongest firepower possible. And the best way to do that is obviously be able to get all the trinkets and resources so that you can upgrade these weapons, and to be able to explore these beautiful areas and to get these resources, to be able to go in every room, unlock every door, is something that I had a lot of fun with, and I've really enjoyed. Guys, for me, I've had a lot of fun with The Last of Us Remastered. I definitely recommend that you check it out. Not just that, I've only talked about the story mode. There's also the multiplayer modes in the game as well. Definitely check out The Last of Us Remastered, guys. So guys, there's episode 2 for super fun PS4 games. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Definitely click on that thumbs up button when you get the chance. And if there's any games that I did not talk about today, leave a comment in the section below. I'll definitely consider it for maybe the next episode. And I'd like to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons on my Patreon page. So far, guys, I have 3 patrons, which helps so much. Their support helps so much. And guys, if you want to be a patron on my Patreon page, I'll include a link in the video description below. It definitely helps me take my channel to the next level. And it's something, it's almost like giving a monthly tip. And it's also something, guys, that you guys can quit at any time. You're not locked into it if you just want to do it for a month. And I also offer exclusive rewards for all of my patrons. So check out the Patreon page when you get the chance. And thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you later.